turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
61. Matchbox, right.
Second and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Titans.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the twitch. Ready, go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's coming, double up. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready, and read. That's it. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Forward out, forward out.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds his target, Beckham. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. It's complete to Fuller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones. Going up. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, 49 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing Jones. He's got Fuller. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's it, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Grant. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go,
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he's got Miller.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, it's Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Grant. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
He'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones off the play fake. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jones now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Jones operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A 10th carry for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Set, ready. Ten Lobo. Check, 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 check. Check, check, let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Indy. Watch tight, tight ends right. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Completes it to Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go now, let's go now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set, go.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Let's get this, get this. Down the tight, down the tight. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Ricky. Bus formation. Come on, boys, come on. 8-2, fellas, let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He's tight right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right. Delta. Hurry. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it off for Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And let's pin the mirrors back and go over.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.